Do you mean like it wouldn't? Like, what do you mean?
Well, ever since the Hex ruined surveillance meta, notice all the generator perks don't synergize with sur surveillance, like eruption, call of brine.
Are you sure, like, because what surveillance is supposed to do is show you the generator in yellow whenever a generator is regressing and then a survivor stops it from regressing.
Yeah, exactly. But the reason why is because call of brine negates it because it's when it lights up in yellow. Like in Call of Brine, it lights up in yellow anyways, and it only should light up in yellow when they're on it and doing it. But as soon as you kick it with Call of Brine, it's gonna light up in yellow. Same thing for Eruption. That's why it doesn't synergize with Surveillance.
Yeah, it's kind of an annoying interaction. Like maybe they could have a different color for those perks or whatever, but then we'll be having like blue gens, green gens, all this crazy stuff.
I think you can already do that with a colorblind mode.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can make the gens any color you want. You can make them blue if you want.
I just prefer them red.
It's not that I prefer them red. It's just that I don't really care enough to take the time to change it.
That too. Yeah, one of the builds I was running for solo is just like either the toolbox build or just deja vu and overzealous and stuff, like something to get the gens going, because in some of these matches like people
I get
can't
you.
do them.
I know. When oh my god, it was one match where we were all juking for an eternity, and we were at 4 gens, bro. Like with the amount of time we juked, like the amount of time we like, I was juking. If it was me and you, we could have been out of there. Like, and we were still at 4 gens.
Yeah. So my problem now is not that the gens are going slow, because now I'm to a point where my teammates are actually doing the generators a lot of the time. It's me happening to be the last person hooked before the last gen gets done, and then the killer decides to camp, and these guys are
They
cowards, so
can't
they
be.
won't come get
Yeah.
me. So I have these perks that are
That
supposed to
happens
help
a
with
lot.
that, with like
Yo,
decisive
I was
strike.
exactly, bro. That sounds like you sound like where I used to be in MMR, like before the big updates. Like 2 updates ago, you are exactly where I was in MMR, where your teammates just like you juke. You're the one who's juking on game. You get on the hook, and then it's like by the time you get on the hook, you're on your first hook. You're the last person. Like not the last person, but it's basically like time to go, and they pop the last gen. And then they just fucking leave you, bro. And they all just leave you. That has happened to me so many times. I'm like, that's what made me like
Just
say
play
I hate this
stealthy all the time.
Survivor. Like that's what made me know. It makes me hate Survivor period because I hate teamwork. Like I already hate teamwork games. I already hate teamwork. That's why I'm legit the only black person you will ever hear say I don't like basketball. For real. I do not like basketball. I like football, but not basketball because it's too required of teamwork. In this game, the reason why Swift is so strong is because you can assemble a team where everybody's gonna pull their part. Because you're never gonna get that from you're never really gonna get that from like your solo, your solo people, the people you get ranked up with. They're gonna purposely balance out the MMR. The only time that it cheats the system is when you do a Swift, because then your team MMR can be whatever the fuck you want. You can all have the exact same MMR if you want.
Yeah, that's why we have Gemini with us to get those easy killers.
Does he though? Because every time does that work though? Because he's always fucking red rank on this game.
Yeah,
From
well,
what I see, he's always a red rank.
ranks are separate from MMR now, or grades or whatever.
True.
But yeah, he always seems to get the trappers and the ghost face and the wraiths and stuff like that.
Yeah, I never get the trappers, bro. If I get the trapper, it's a good day, bro. That's
The
how
thing
I knew,
that's annoying
back in
though
the
is
day, that's how
when
I knew it was gonna be a good stream.
it's just annoying though when it's supposed to be an easy as heck game because you're going against Trapper, bro. But they're literally stepping in traps and stuff and going down in like 10 seconds.
Yes.
How you're supposed to play against Trapper is literally if you step in a
Like, I
trap
think
while
it
he's
was one
chasing
game.
you step in a trap while he's chasing you, it's basically an insta down. So you just want to hold forward, not even really looping until you're injured already. Or that's how I'd do it anyway.
Nah, I just wear him out with pallets and make sure he doesn't get the first hit, you know, as long as possible, like I'm playing Oni, and then after that, then I'll start being mindful of what loops he's following me to. Like if he's confident to follow me to a certain area, then I'm just gonna decide to go to somewhere else. There's obviously a trap gonna be there.
I can't invite you.
What do you mean? I thought we were already going into a match.
I'm
Oh
not in
shit.
your lobby.
Damn, I'm already on the load screen. First match, I should die fast.
Some of the teammates have been so bad lately, like me going on a 2-gen chase or whatever, and then them just walking around as I get put on hook, has made me like kill myself on hook 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
Cause like if y'all
I've been doing
seriously
that
aren't gonna
too.
put in any effort, then neither am I.
For real. For real. Like, any effort.
Cause the people who are freaking stupid are the ones where like we're clearly in a winning position or whatever, and then they say, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna 4% or whatever and then kill myself on hook. Even though it's like 2 gens just got done, we've been running the killer a long time
I've seen stuff
individually.
that make me want to, like, put the game down, bro. Like, I've seen the guy literally do nothing the whole time while I was, like literally juking for my life. We had a gen that was, like, at 80% last gen. He's just sitting there staring at the killer while I'm juking him.
Some
And
people
he's
are
injured. He's injured and he's just standing there.
Some people are like that sometimes, even true talent back in the day, and oh my gosh, when people caught them doing that, they're like, oh, you complain about teammates not doing anything, but you're just watching the person run the killer around. But it's like, yeah, but they're probably thinking that you're gonna run the killer away from the gen or whatever, and
It's a
that's why they're
ghost
waiting
face.
by.
I mean, why did I tell you that? Long face and ghost face.
Ghostface is a weird one nowadays, because it seems like he always gets the stock on me before I'm able to break him out.
Yeah, surprisingly, it seems like there needs to be more than one person to break him out of stock confidently.
Even though that doesn't work, because I'm pretty sure it's only one person who can break him out at a time.
Oh yeah, I think only the person that's in chase can break him out now.
No, it's if you're marked, then you can't break him out anymore. So it has to be someone else who breaks him out as he's chasing you after you're marked. I wonder if reactive healing is ever going to become a thing. You know, that new perk?
No. What is reactive healing?
It's whenever another survivor loses a health state within 32 meters while you're injured, then you instantly increase your healing progression by 50% of what's missing.
By 50.
Yeah, so it's not gonna heal you all the way ever like as you're running, but it would heal like from 0 would heal 50% and then like 25% and then more if they just keep getting hit around you. I guess it's to help with like body blocking, and then you can just tap your heal and you'll be fully healed after that. Although it probably won't work if you're already deep wounded unless it works on that meter as well. Another perk that's exclusive to Survive with Friends, basically.
What do you think about Bite the Bullet?
It would... It's just not, it's not as good as you initially might think. Because I don't think I've ever used it, maybe once or twice after it came out, but it's like, even if you're healing yourself silently, the killer can still see you and track your blood and all that, so you would have to like pair it with, what was that combo? Lucky Break and I think Iron Will too, because it doesn't make your pain sound silent, it just takes away that of you healing.
Oh, Bite the Bullet?
Oh,
no, it does make your pain moaning silent.
Yeah, you're right. Well, that changes everything. But, although it's almost like you would still want to run Iron Will if you were doing the Iron Will Lucky Break combo, because you don't gain silence until you start healing yourself.
I mean, it could work. It could work if you did like Iron Will Lucky Break and your exhaustion perk was Overcome, because you could gain a lot of fucking distance and then like break line of sight and then just start healing, and by the time the killer gets to where he's seen you go, he won't hear you at all.
Yeah, Overcome is definitely something that enables that build. I use Overcome anyway, so I might need to try that sometime. The secondary effect for Bite the Bullet is also nice, but super weird. Because like there's no noise notification from failing a healing skill check. And when you do fail it, healing only regresses by 1%. It's like they put in that little bit of extra stuff.
That must be using Technician or something. Because they be blowing up the gens with the gen doesn't, like it doesn't make any sound.
Are you talking about like the gen shaking or something? Or do you see the actual progression bar go down?
No, yeah, I see the progression bar go down. They literally fail a skill check, but they have like Technician or something.
What did I just press? Oh.
Those be my teammates.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but I almost like don't even test out the new perks when they come out. I guess because they don't seem that game changing to me.
Exactly. It's like I think that's only for killer mains, for real. Once you play killer, it's just like you realize that every new perk is not real. Like very few perks are gonna be meta changing.
For real. Like if there was a new pain resonance or something like that, then it'd be like, oh yeah, switch to that perk.
There's so many perks that are just garbage, bro. Especially for killer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of perks that are garbage on both sides, but there's a lot, especially for killer. That's what holds killer back the most.
I think that the uselessness of the useless killer perks is less so than the useless survivor perks, but survivors are able to bring in like 1 or 2 meme perks and then they'll still be fine, whereas killer, you bring anything other than 4 meta perks, you're freaking screwed against good survivors.
Yeah.
Okay, Gemini's had his chance to join us, so. Because I did invite him.
Is he
That's,
on?
yeah, he's on. I even invited him to the lobby, but he didn't show up yet. And now he's grayed out, so he's starting his own match. I've still been waiting for a Wesker to bring a freaking Mori so that it can be the Wesker on Chris Mori. People are freaking out over the new RPD though. I guess they're
What?
mad that they see it so often and they say it's a bad map. It's like, you
Who?
suggested,
Who says that?
everybody right now, they suggested that the map be broken up into two separate
Killers or
areas.
survivors?
No, survivors.
It
Because
was
they're
always a
like,
bad map for them.
it was or it wasn't.
It was.
Well, it's for people who get lost in an indoor map, then sure, but even this new version, there's still like plenty of strong palettes and plenty of strong windows. Now, if you're talking from like a killer perspective, then yeah, the map is pretty bad, but not unplayable like people are making it out to be, because all maps are survivor sided, really.
Oh, did I say it was bad for the survivors? Never mind. I
Yeah, you
meant,
said it
yeah,
was bad for
that was
them.
always. Yeah, nah. Nah, that map
That
has
map
always been.
needed to change though, because the freaking God window by the East office.
You think they need to take that loop out? That is a really
Well,
strong
they...
loop.
Have you played on it much?
Yeah. I bring RPD all the time.
But have you played the new version?
Yeah, I just played RPD like yesterday.
Well, then you saw that that loop has kind of been fixed because they knocked a hole in the wall right next to where the window and the pallet is, so it's only like a God window if the pallet is still dropped and not
Yeah,
broken.
yeah. So you can't like infinite it like before.
Yeah. I can't believe I thought that was good design before. They also fixed the window in the interrogation room and the observation room. Because originally it was like the end of the room or whatever would have the break in the two-way mirror or whatever you want to call it. And so you would have to, it would be like one of those mid-witch windows where you have to break the breakable wall just to get them, except this one didn't have a breakable wall. And you would basically just have to force the survivors to vault it 3 times till entity block, and then you could get them if they played it right. So they move the break in the window closer to the doorway so that survivors can't actually do that as easy. And then the library, I think they might have made that stronger than before, but I'm not sure. But the map is still strong for Survivor. Don't know why these babies are complaining about it, that they get lost and stuff like that. You get lost in like the first 3 matches if you're being generous. Then you figure out the map completely, or else it's a skill issue. And I don't like saying skill
Yeah.
issue to certain things because it's like not even an argument, but I'll say it there. They need
I
to
love
give...
RPD, but I just hate when I have teammates that don't do anything on RPD because they can't find the gen. And then it's like, it's kind of a waste.
Even without bringing Deja Vu or Visionary or a map or anything like that, you should still know like the general spacing in Dead by Daylight's maps for
Yeah,
like a generator's gonna be here or it's gonna be there, based on where the other ones are. Same thing with Hawkins when it was still around.
but I at least know like 3 generators by heart on RPD.
Yeah.
4 really.
Sometimes in maps like that and Midwich and stuff like that, and the game, the gens will occasionally spawn like a weird one. Like I've seen that gen that spawns near the big staircase on the back side of the station. That gen is always at like the top of the stairs, but occasionally it spawns like on the other side of one of those AC units or whatever that's up there. And then the one I was thinking about on the game, there's a gen that rarely spawns, but sometimes it spawns like in the room that's above the bathroom, like where the two god pallets are. And it's like, when the heck does a gen spawn here? It would be cool if they put it in like the camera room or something, because it's actually a weaker position for them to be in. But yeah, do you want to know the build I've been using to survive in solo?
What?
It's Kinship, Decisive Strike, Dead Hard, and Adrenaline. Since I'm usually the last person hooked and then the killer just camps, I'm gonna make it to where you guys have 30 more seconds as long as you come within 16 meters of me, so that you can heal and do all that and then come get me. I mean, some of these people are...
where you can stop the hook is really good, but nobody's using it.
Well, this was Kinship that we already had. I've actually been saved on hook by that new perk, Reassurance, because someone just ran by, the killer hit them, but they put it on before the killer ran them off. But even still, that was the game where my teammates were just acting stupid, ran around on the game of all maps, like not knowing where each other were when the killer's camping. You literally just run to the exits and you'll find people there. And I'm like, wow, you guys decided to heal each other to come for a save after I was already dying on hook. And they're like, oh, I couldn't find my teammates. Because one of y'all was going down the basement.
Wait a minute. Isn't there a perk when you, wait a minute. There's a perk where if you, when you get off the hook, you already have 50% healing, right?
Yeah, it's
then
Resurgence.
If you put on the new perk, yeah, and then you put on the new perk, say you get saved off the hook with borrowed time, and then they actually go for the other person instead. Once they hit them, you'll already have 75% healing. All you gotta do is heal 25%.
Yeah, so I'm just hoping that if they hit into your borrowed time or whatever, it won't just waste the whole thing, because it might do that.
Yeah.
Our bonus just went down to 50%. We had DS, Dead Hard, and Adrenaline because it's exhaustion perks and second chance perks, because the killer's always trying to get me. Like, I don't know what it is with these Wesker players, but they chase after me the entire game and they do not stop.
Yeah, same.
It's like, okay, y'all have broken 6 pallets or whatever trying to get me. I think you should stop before you lose the whole thing. I'm always looking at these pictures wrong until I look closer. Calm Spirit is he has a bird in his hand. I thought it was like a heart in his hand or something like that.
He has a bird in his hand?
Yeah.
Probably should put on Calm Spirit.
I faced 1 or 2 killers that had Infectious Fright. I want to have some matches though that I like brought in the exact counter to whatever the killer brought or whatever, like bring counter force when they have Pentimento. That's what I was trying to do a while back, but nobody was bringing it then.
Do you have a Circle of Healing on?
No.
That's alright, I'm putting it on. You wanna go to RPD?
We could. Yeah, all these perks and I only use so many of them. Some of these perks, I look at them and it's like, I wonder if I ever really gave them a chance. I know autodidact I for sure did. The skill checks would never appear for me. It's weird how sometimes you see some of these like super high MR players using like these weird perks. Like they'll be using alert or something like that.
I know.
Like it's not a terrible
But
perk, but it's weird when
alert
compared
is
to
really
like all the
good
meta
though.
perks you could be using. I wonder if you're gonna make someone rage quit because you sent them the RPD.
That does happen a lot.
Same thing of when I put
Whenever
up
you send them
Maury's.
or Haddonfield. I
People are
rarely use
seriously
the Mori, so
yeah, people are seriously over exaggerating the Maury's, of course, because it's like, oh, you're gonna disconnect just because they have that, even though you can play around it with DS and just play careful. But also with RPD, people are seriously making it out to be so much worse than it is, because they're like, old Haddonfield was a better map.
the old Haddonfield was broken.
Yeah. I have to guess that they're talking from the survivor perspective. So of course they would say that. Something that really puzzles me to this day is when people say like, the current version of Freddy is boring and uninspired. Let's bring back the original version of him. And it's like, oh, so a killer who literally just puts you to sleep before he can attack you isn't boring and uninspired, but the one with freaking
Right?
dream snares, dream palettes, teleportation, no, that's the boring one. Like, I don't get it at all.
That's it.
I told you. I guess Ouroboros Tendril is pretty good. I keep seeing everyone run it. That and the wheel or whatever, the crank. I've only played like 2 or 3 matches with Wesker and he feels like really clunky. It's like whenever you're trying to play twins without having toy sword. Because like it takes so long to charge up and stuff like that. Why did I get XP from that? We literally just went to a lobby.
For real.
Yeah.
How much XP did you get?
I don't know, like 50 or 60.
No one gets left behind. Not on my watch.
Let's try this again.
I think he brought a Mori. You think it's Wesker? They've been wearing them out.
Maybe. The 100% blood point boost is nice, but I want to play killer at some point because it's literally been at 100% survivor
Yeah, for like
rewarding.
since it started.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. I thought we needed more killers.
Yeah. People keep saying, oh, well, killer's so easy now that people switched entirely off of survivor to play killer because it's just that easy. It's so ridiculous because whenever I complain about anything on the survivor side, they're like, we are living in a post-6.1.0 world.
Like now, people are switching from Survivor now because Killer is the best it's ever been.
Yeah. And also because solo is absolutely awful sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, we made it onto the map. But yeah, I've tried several things to help me escape in solo. Like putting Prove Thyself on and all that. Dude, it sounds like he's really close to me because of the big terror radius.
Yeah.
What was that? I hate the status effects not appearing in the bottom right. He might have had unnerving presence. Or, no, he's got the thing where you
Oh,
break
shit,
the pallet
he
if you
was
quick
right
slide.
next to me, bro. Wow.
It's a two-man. Haha. He's just gonna give us the two middle gens.
Yeah, he's scandal.
The Dwight needs to realize that quick and help us on the gens.
No, that's me. I'm looking for a bone totem in the light.
I'll get the guy then, since the other guy's getting chased. Get in time. No! Why would you do that? You saw what was coming to get you. This way, this way, this way! These guys, bro. I bet she's like running to the killer out of spite. Yeah, we're not gonna have time for boons this time.
Yeah.
Okay, good, she healed up.
Gotta go through. Sounds like he's camping.
I can't hear his terror radius from here, so maybe.
Yeah, he's most definitely camping.
No, he's coming now. To that gen we were on. What? Dude, that was from so far. That was from so freaking far. No, what? I dead hard, but he swung like through the freaking corner of the box. I didn't think he could attack me that soon. That's so loud. The guy on Death Hook isn't gonna do anything for us, I don't think. He's just walking around on the opposite side of the map. Dwight's coming to get me, I think. Are gonna get to me at about the same time. Now I've gotta cure myself quick. Oh, he had the Mori. I forgot. Ah. He might have bamboozle, I think I saw. Dude, his attack animation is weird, like you don't know. It looks like it comes out so soon. This Dwight must have ran straight from you to me. He's gonna get that guy. What the heck? He got down so quick.
Where are you?
I'm running towards the boom. You need to cure yourself or you're hindered until you do. This heal had better be quick enough, man. Haha! Why is he killing himself? I haven't gone to use Dead Hard once, man. Oh, come on, do the Mori. He's gonna see your killer instinct.
I know. Does he not know where you are?
I guess not.
You're upstairs. Yeah, is there any upstairs right now? he was on me, bro. Oh my goodness. Yo, that was the closest ever, bro. It's a good thing I brought lightweight. Yo, he was on me for sure. Oh my goodness, bro, he is. Oh my god, bro, are you serious? He really camped this spot this entire time, bro.
Oh wow, we did get this one done. Both of these.
Yo, I might was lost. No.
It's the free gin explosion. Crapola. What? That didn't even touch me. I'm gonna get maxed soon. He's just waiting for it. I was lucky. It just spawned in front of me. Hatch's spawn is completely random.
Hatch spawn right in front of you?
Yeah. Dang, he had the Mori too and he didn't even do it. So he was just going full on infection with his add-ons.
Yep.
I feel like I'm really good at knowing like which decisions to make whenever it's at the point where it's like, okay, we're not all escaping this alive.
I don't know. I feel like when I'm in solo, I make perfect decisions, but when I'm playing with like friends, I feel like I have more of an obligation to save the people.
Yeah.
Especially Gemini, because if you don't save him, he'll just complain.
Y'all really just gonna leave me on the hook?
I think I do have. I need to level up somebody.